What is up, everybody? So this is very impromptu, but you read the title right. Now it's time. I was going to make this video anyway, but since BiggieShaq wants to make a challenge out of it, challenge accepted. So first and foremost, I wanted to do this as a live stream because I haven't been doing a lot of lives. Pretty much this is my Saturday night hangout that I do on my channel, but I hang out with just about everybody on YouTube. Like if there's a hangout and I'm free at the house and I ain't got nothing I'm doing pertinent at the moment, I'm in it. So I'll be around. I'm definitely gonna be around. First off, I would like to what's up, Naman? How are you doing? I would like to announce a couple things. First off, I have been asked to help participate in the C3 event this year. Sadly, I don't think there's anything that I can offer up as like something to raffle off, anything like that. But I am helping in any other way that I can, help spreading the word, help asking people for ways, ways they can help, donations and all that good stuff. So I'm going to play a little clip real quick. Not invite. Things have changed. Things have changed down here. Invite. That's a new tab. Okay. I'm going to play a little video file real quick, just promoting the C3 event and saying how I can help. So let me get this queued up. And I'm muted. Okay, so that is the promo video for it. If you would like to help in any way, donate books to raffle off, do anything like that, hit up any of the 5 guys that were listed in that video: Remy Q Studios, Rob Faststacks, Leaks in the Comics, DJ Links, and one that I am missing, I'm forgetting about. Hit them up and let them know you would like to help. They're looking for artwork to raffle off or auction off, books, keys, signed books, slab books, anything that would bring a decent amount so we can donate it to the American Cancer Society. Also, an announcement that I can help with. As you know, I have a merch store. I have been announcing this. And I'm about to queue up. It's gonna take me a minute to grab it. Well, maybe not. Right there, bam. Okay, that was actually pretty simple. This is a link to my merch store for the month of October. Anything bought from my merch store, I will receive no proceeds from. I'm gonna donate every single dime that I end up getting from my merch store, which I'm going to drop in the chat right now. Bam. Follow that link. Go buy some merch. Any proceeds that I receive from October 1st, I've been saying this since October 1st, to October 31st, are all going to be donated. I'm donating every single proceed. I've got tons of great stuff. There is something in my merch store you will want. I've got everything from stickers, magnets, the trucker hats. Totally about to order a trucker hat. Got to. I mean, come on, the mullet and the trucker hat. Got to. Hoodies, t-shirts for men, t-shirts for women, tie-dye t-shirts with my logo on them. And it is all, every dime for this month is going to go to be donated towards the C3 cause. Also, for the next couple of days, I know there was there's a sale going on. So everything is also, I think, 15% off for the next 5 days. And I think that started yesterday or the day before. So you got a couple more days. You need to hurry up and go get something. A, it'll be 15% off, so it will be cheaper and easier on your wallet. But B, at the same time, it will also help go towards the American Cancer Society C3 event that we're doing. I'm donating every single proceed. None of that's going in my pocket. So please feel free. Get a shirt, get a magnet, get a sticker, get a coffee mug. I've got coffee mugs of different kinds. Everybody loves coffee. Everybody loves coffee, and the Clemson Tigers 5-0, baby. But everybody loves coffee, right? I mean, well, if you don't like coffee, I guess you just don't need energy sometimes. But I need it in the mornings and sometimes at night. So please go check out my merch store. Link is in the chat. 15% off, and all the proceeds this month going towards the American Cancer Society. I would really appreciate it, because that's the most that I think I can do to help with this great cause. So I would highly, highly, highly appreciate that. So let's get to the task at hand. The task at hand is BiggieShaq has dropped a top 50 in your collection challenge. And I usually do this once a year anyway. It's just fun for me to go back and watch them and watch how my collection grows and how the books change, because you know they change every year. New stuff comes out you think's incredible. You get, new keys. You run across storylines you didn't know before that you think are incredible. Covers, just blank. I mean, there's no criteria for this whatsoever. It could be a cool cover. It could be part of a great story. It could be both. It could be something new, something old, something used, something blue. You know how the thing goes. So let's get into this. I already know this video is going to take a minute. And if you know me, you know that I'm a huge, huge, huge Spider-Man fan. I am always vehemently collecting Amazing Spider-Man, adding to that run, trying to complete that run, which is going to be a task in itself. So there's a big old stack of Spidey books. So let's go ahead and knock those out of the way. And these are in no particular order. I didn't take the time to do that. It took too long anyway, just to get all these books together. So we got Amazing Spider-Man number 606. Everybody knows I love J. Scott Campbell. There's going to be a few of these. I love this cover. Absolutely. Look, he even makes Spidey's booty look good. So, I mean, yeah, classic ASM cover. I mean, I don't know what else I need to say. It's incredible. I love J. Scott Campbell's artwork. J. Scott is the man. Here's 601. This is a instant classic. Instant classic. I mean, MJ with the hip huggers, sitting on the couch drinking coffee, and the little baby tea, Spider-Man baby tea. And of course, you knew it was coming. ASM 607, Black Cat, and Spider-Man's top. Meow. Love it, love it, love it. Incredible. Incredible. We got to go with the first appearance of Flash Thompson and the first McFarlane book, Newsstand. Got this years ago, and I think I paid like $20 for this book. So yeah, had to get it. I mean, it's the first McFarlane that he worked on Spider-Man. It's black suit, it's white background, black Spidey logo, awesome action going on. Look at the ray gun, the rays going on with Chance here, just holding it down, the webbing. What's up, for Pete's sake? So had to get that. Really glad to have that in my collection. Now here come the big boys. This is ASM 238. I do have the facsimile because one day this will be slabbed. Incredible hookup from Big Daddy's Comics. John Ross hooked me up on a stack of books and a couple of the key issues in the 200 to 400 range, 200 to 400 range, or end of sans Ben Riley, because I don't mess with that. So yeah, I got hooked up on this. Thank you so much, John Ross. You are incredible, sir. He's been making his rounds around YouTube with the community. He even sent it to Mylar, this incredible backing board. JR will sign this one day, and I will get this slab. I really, really want to get that done, especially since I have a facsimile that I can read. I love the facsimiles. First appearance of the black suit, arguably, newsstand. Klaus Janson artwork. I'm a huge black suit fan. I love the black suit. It's my favorite. It's the bee's knees. I know this is an 8.0 because that's what CGC said it was, because it was a cracked slab. So I bought it, got it for cheap, bam. And this book's way up there. It's arguable. Marvel Tales 14, Secret Wars 8. I used to have. I need to get that one back in my collection. There's another one now. I mean, there's like 5 of these books that they're saying is the first appearance of the black suit. But in the ASM run, this is definitely first appearance of the black suit. So appreciate you stopping by, for Pete's sake. How are you doing today? I'm gonna pretty much say this. If anybody jumps in the chat, go check out my merch store, which is this right here, this link. All the proceeds for this month are going to the C3 event, Comics Curing Cancer. It's getting donated to the American Cancer Society to help fight cancer, the ultimate villain in life. So yeah, I'm really glad to have this in my collection. I never let this one go, thankfully. And then this is the last Spidey book, I believe, that I have in the stack for my top 50. 361 Bagley artwork, newsstand, really nice copy. Snagged this off of eBay after the movie had already been dropped and kind of had time to lull down. Prices had time to lull down because people didn't apparently like the movie all that much. So prices started to go down. I was like, shoink, I think I got a good deal on this. It's a really nice copy. I'm glad to rehab this back in my collection because I used to have it, had to sell it. Now I got it back. You know how it goes. But really glad to have this one in my collection. So now we're going to go for everything else. Let's see here. And these, like I said, some of them are keys. Some of them are just good covers. Some of them are just good storylines that I like. So here we go. This is Afterlife with Archie. These are the only Archie books I collect, is the Afterlife series. This is issue number 8. This is an homage to The Shining. Here's Juggy. A, it's an homage to The Shining. B, it's a zombie story. Jughead gets hit by a car or something, like he dies. They bury him in the pet cemetery. He comes back as a zombie, starts biting folks. Everything goes buck wild. I love this story. It came out years ago. I'm always hunting these down. I have I think half of them or a few of them or something like that. And what's up? There's the man himself who issued the challenge. What's up, Biggie? How are you doing today? No problem, Biggie. No problem. I mean, I do this once a year anyway, but you know what? I hadn't done it yet. And then I seen your video and seen the challenge. And then, I was like, well, got to get on this. And I've been enjoying everybody else's videos. Louis was incredible. There's a few others that I've seen, and I really enjoy them. I love them because it can be anything and everything. And the best part about this is a Francisco Francavilla cover, and he is one of my favorite artists. So triple win, zombie book, Shining homage, image, and Francisco Francavilla cover. So bam, hitting it on three ways. So next, some people are gonna like this, some people are not. Back when this first came out, dude was new. So I mean, everybody was on it. Everybody thought this was original. Nobody had seen anything like this before. This is my copy of Star Wars #1 from 2013, I believe is when this came out, when they restarted it back up. And this is the Scotty Young variant for #1. And I think this is probably the best thing he's done. One of the best things, got to be. I've not seen a lot of people show this book off. I don't even know if people know this book exists. But if you're a Scotty Young fan, this is the book you need to be looking for. This is incredible. I mean, this is just phenomenal. The only thing it's missing is Leia. And then you got the original crew. Lando too, maybe. I liked Lando. So yeah, I got this when it first came out. Seen it at the shop. I think I'd already bought a couple Scotty Young books there, and I think they either put this in my pool because they knew I would like it, or I saw it on the wall and put the OG cover back and snatched this one up. So I've still always liked this cover to this day. Great job, Scotty Young. I think that's like one of the best covers I've ever seen him do, and I don't see it a lot. I don't see a lot of people show it. So if you didn't know that was a thing, there it be. Speaking of Star Wars, how about the original series? Newsstand. Number 4, Death of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Don't think this is the introduction of Vader. I think Vader was like issue 2. But this is the Death of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's the oldest Star Wars book I have from the original run. I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection. I'm a huge Star Wars nut. Huge Star Wars nut. I love Star Wars. What's up, Gene? I saw your 10-1-1 episode last night. I gave it a watch, and I really enjoyed it. Heavy Metal, definitely. Oh, man, dude. Love that movie. But I don't have any of the books. I probably will start getting into them one day. What's up, Comic Book Report? How are you doing? Nice to see you. So yeah, like I said, no particular order on these books. I'm not ordering these. Biggie, sorry, I couldn't take the time. It took a while to pull these things out, much less put them in an exact order, and I would have never been able. My brain would have exploded. Another book that a lot of people wouldn't probably put in their top 50. Huge fan of Oliver Copiel. He's one of my favorite artists. Oh, I'm doing very well. Doing very well. Can't complain. Could be better, but I'm not going to complain because somebody out there probably has it worse than me. So I'm just going to be happy with how things are going. Oliver Copiel, he did a little run on Thor back in the day with J. Michael Straczynski. It was a great run. I would suggest picking it up. This is my favorite cover from this issue. This made last year's top 52. It'll probably be in every top 50. I love this Thor. I love the way Thor looks. He looks massive. Looks like he's got some weight to him. He's not just like, rippling abs and stuff like that. Like he's a thick boy Thor. So yeah, I really love this cover. The way the trade dress is, the way everything else down here is out of the way. Art's front and foremost. The action pose with the hammer. The little things like the little straps here, like holding the boots and stuff up and on, like, stuff like that, stuff that would be kind of Viking period authentic. Huge fan of Oliver. Does great artwork. I love this book. I love this cover. It's probably going to be in my top 50 forever. Forever. Love Sandlot. Let's see. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the heck? Hey, it happens, man. It happens. Mine had been messing up here recently. Luckily, it was just something simple as it was something to do with my connection, but I was having trouble for a minute. I appreciate it, Biggie. I know aren't you making a playlist of everybody who's doing these? So I appreciate it, my man. So to anybody who missed the beginning, I'm going to pop this up again. This is a link to my merch store. For the C3 event, the only thing I can really do to contribute is everything in my merch store, is on sale. It's on 15% off for the next couple days. I think it's like 5 days they're doing a sale. Everything's 15% off, but all the proceeds this month are going to the C3 event. So it's not going to me. I'm just giving it all to the C3 event, to the American Cancer Society fundraiser. So please, magnets, sticker, anything, buy anything. Does not matter what it is, how cheap. I'm not keeping any of the money. It's going towards the fundraiser. That's the best I can do. So I hope that's acceptable. But please go check out the merch store. I've got all kinds of stuff there. You'll find something you like. I promise you. The trucker hat is so awesome. So awesome. I'm getting one myself. So go check that out so I can help out with the C3 event. I would very much appreciate it. Okay. All right. Thought my computer was spazzing out. Let's see. Next up is Thor, the Mighty Thor. This is my oldest. I believe this is my oldest issue, or I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is my oldest Mighty Thor issue. This is 134, first appearance of High Evolutionary. This thing got hot for a little while because Eternals was coming out, so everybody flipped out. It's got some staining over here. It's got some love. It's got some spine ticks and such. But all in all, it's not a bad copy. And I think I paid like $30-something for this years ago. 30-something bucks. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection because older books, prices just keep going up. And at the same time, great artwork, great story. Got to have some Kirby. I mean, so good. So good. I actually need to go back and read this. I usually read this about once or twice a year. So, and I haven't done so this year. So I'm really happy I got this in my collection. Speaking of old school stuff, let's keep going with the old school. Let's keep going with some old Avengers. 54, first cameo of Ultron, new Masters of Evil. Enough said. Yeah, had to grab this sucker. I mean, I love that trade dress. I love the colors. Just old school, man. The smell. I love it. And then this is a great issue. It's great artwork, great story. Always fun. Always fun. Next, Avengers. This is the oldest Avengers book I have. This is Avengers number 28, first appearance of the Collector. I'm a huge fan of the Collector. I am a collector myself. It's a great cover. Love the purple. Very big purple book. Purple in the box, dark blues, purple down here. Love the purple. Purple's great. Hawkman's got the purple going. First Collector, and the first time that Ant-Man is known as, who's also known as Giant Man, is also named Goliath. They just kept changing his name. What's up, Robert? Hairy old fat guy in the house. Nice to see you, man. I've not seen you in a minute. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Black Swap Comics, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, had to put this in my top 50. Had to. What's up, K-Pop? How are you doing today? Had to put this in my top 50. It's the oldest Avengers book that I have for now. Batman number 457. First Tim Drake as Robin in the costume. Kind of have to follow that up with first Tim Drake, origin of Robin, Dick Grayson as, a character and stuff like that, the origin of how he became Robin and all that good stuff, his backstory. Pair these two together, you got a nice little combination right there. So, yeah, had to put these in the collection. Don't have a whole lot of key bat books. Basically, it's these two. I do have the George Perez newsstand of the Robin and the Spotlight thing. But I think it got bumped out, even though I love George Perez's artwork and I have a bunch of George Perez books. And there's, I believe, another one in here that is a George Perez book. I had to bump it out because I had to include this one. This is the oldest Bat title that I own right here. Good. Great, but tired. Aren't we all? Aren't we? I think everybody's a little run down. Summer beat everybody up, didn't it? This is issue number 286. It's the oldest Bat book I have. It is a newsstand, if that matters to you. The double Joker cover. Love it. Incredible. Roller coaster ride. All that good stuff. So, yeah, had to include this one in my top 50. Next up, this book will be in here. It's no particular big thing. It's not a key. It's not anything like that. I just love this character, and I don't have his first appearance yet. This is Gunslinger Spawn number 1. This is series out. It's out right now. Brett Booth's doing the artwork. This cover is Brett Booth and Todd McFarlane working together. I've been loving this series. This is my favorite out of the Spawn books right now. This is even better to me than the just, regular Spawn title. I love Gunslinger Spawn. He's incredible. Yeah, and Brett Booth, amazing artwork. Oh my God, so good. Whole book. I mean, he does the interiors. Sometimes I get variant covers done by other people, but yeah, I'm totally lighting it up with. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Until I get his first appearance, this book's probably going to be in the top 50. Working on it. We'll work on Spawn probably some other year. Trying to do this whole thing where I work on a certain goal every year, but then you end up just buying stuff anyway. Speaking of Spawn, you got to have that first Angela, number 9. Awesome book. Awesome cover. I believe, yeah, this is a McFarlane cover. She's just wrecked everybody. Like medieval Spawn, regular Spawn. I think this is medieval Spawn there on there beat up. Love this cover. Very, very busy cover. Great character. Whole lots of fun. And of course, I can't not include this because it is in my collection. Have to include it. Number 1. It's a nice copy. It's not a newsstand. It's not the messed up one, the error. It's none of that. Doesn't matter. This book is huge to me. Huge to me. McFarlane. Oh yeah, definitely. It's McFarlane. It's, the greens. I love the greens in it. It's Spawn. I'm a huge Spawn fan. I remember this book as a kid. Everybody had, everybody had a copy, it seemed like, at one point or another. People would, let people borrow them. They'd beat them up, read them. Parents probably threw these away a lot. They thought it was just a superhero thing. Thank God they probably didn't read them because they probably would have taken them away from us. Yeah, this was huge to me because this is like one of the books that got me into comics. This is one of the first comics that I read that I was like, oh my God, I love this comic book. And that made me hunt for more comic books that I like, or at least read comic books and see if I could replicate that experience. So there's that. Next up, I'm a huge Red Sonja fan. Think she's an incredible character. Love the outfit. Yeah, I know it's not realistic. Who cares? It's comics. Is it really realistic? So nice. I didn't even know that was a thing. Send me a picture of that. Yeah. Sometimes it's just something. Yeah, you enjoy from your childhood. It can literally be something like this right here. First solo Red Sonja. She-Devil with a Sword Marvel feature, number 1. It's her first solo story, I believe. But to me, it's just a great book. It's incredible. I love it. I believe it is George Perez. Don't know if this is George. Who is this? I don't think it is. I don't see a signature, and usually he signs his shit. Unless it's hiding somewhere from me. But yeah, had to include this. I'm a huge Red Sonja fan. I don't have her first appearance. I do have a few of the Gail Simone, Jenny Frison ones. Maybe I should have included that one. Yeah, might have to substitute, but you can go look those up. I have a bunch of Jenny Frison, Gail Simone run stuff. I probably should have included that and dug a little bit deeper. But this book is probably the one that's worth the most money, I'm assuming, but I still think it's great artwork. It's a great story, all that good stuff. So probably I definitely should have included probably the Gail Simone one. I don't know why. Now I'm already redoing my list. You see how this works? So let's go with this stack right here. We'll go with these books. Everybody knows I'm a huge Rogue fan. Rogue's my chick. Actually, yeah, it does look like Al Ingram. It might be because I think George usually signed his stuff. His name was somewhere on the cover, and I don't think Al always did. But he definitely did this cover. Huge Rogue fan. This is one of the first key books that I ever picked up when I started collecting back in 2012. Got this off eBay. It came in a Mylar. It came in a Mylar with an extra big backing board. The guy even took the time to put what it is and what grade he thought it was and all that good stuff. Oh wait, this is Michael Golden. No, this is Al Ingram. But he did the cover. He did the inside, I believe, is Michael Golden. Yeah, one of the most lackluster covers. You would have loved to have seen a cover with Rogue actually on it, but at the time she didn't have her suit that she's known for now. It still probably would have been cooler with the boxes, people. But I mean, hey, this is her first appearance, hands down, 100%, no arguments. That's on the bag. I'm just cheap, and I've never replaced this bag. I don't buy Mylars, so if I get them, I keep stuff in them. So yeah, had to get this one. It was one of the first key books that I ever got. It was also the first book that I think I paid more than $5 or $10 for, maybe even $20 for. I got this for $30, and I'm really glad that I did, because now it costs a lot more than that, and I probably wouldn't be able to. I mean, I'd be able to afford it, but it would have costed me a lot more out of pocket. Yep. And I mean, they're plentiful. They're everywhere. They're out there. Go get them. I mean, I know they're kind of high now, especially since well, I don't know why they're going up so much, because she's already been in movies. So I don't know. There you go, Robert. Okay, here's a book that is in that category. One of my favorite X characters. It's a Long Shot, Art Adams artwork. I love Long Shot. He's one of the most original character ideas I think I've ever heard. He's got his luck. That's what his power is. He has incredible luck, and it just makes him so cocky and so brash, and he's just a lucky son of a gun. This is, the number one. I don't think is this his first appearance? I don't think it's his first appearance, but I think this is his first in his solo. Could be, I don't know. I just really like the character. I love this character. I kind of identify with that, because sometimes things work out for me and it's just pure luck. It's just the luck of the draw. And I love that. That's very original. People usually had like their powers from nuclear radiation or, something like that. Yeah, the mullet might have something to do with it. Yeah, maybe. I mean, his is almost as good as mine. Almost. Not quite. But his is okay. But yeah, love it. Most people bit by radioactive spiders, a god, an alien, all these other ways that people have their powers. Just lucky. Really lucky. I think that's incredible. Another one. This is one that I just really enjoy as a read. I enjoy the artwork. That is the first appearance of Long Shot. Got you. Okay, I figured, because that book's up there now. I don't know. So this is another book. Incredible artwork, incredible artist. I think the stories are great. Bought this years ago and was like, what is this? I've never seen this. They teamed these up before. DC and Marvel worked together. They did in the Uncanny X-Men versus the New Teen Titans. George Perez, newsstand. It's a really nice copy too. Really nice copy. And, first started collecting, just digging through boxes at the store, just like, oh, let me, grab some back issues. Today I feel like some X-Men, digging through. What is this? Picked it up, bought it. I mean, I couldn't leave it. I thought this was really cool. I didn't know Marvel and DC had teamed up before. You got Phoenix on the cover. You got, a bunch of the X-Men, Dick Grayson, Robin. Walt Simonson artwork. I believe there are a bunch of mini stories in here. I need to reread this, because I'm thinking a bunch of people were involved working on this book. I believe there's a bunch of different creators who worked on this. For some reason, think Perez had something to do with this. Oh, no, wait, there are panels, I think, on it. There's original art on the inside. There's like pages of like splash pages, I think, that people did artwork on. and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a really cool book. If you see it out in the wild, grab it. They're not that expensive, and I really think it's awesome. It's so awesome it made my top 50. Oh, what's up? What's up, Tom? Yeah, it's okay, dude, because I still got a good little stack to go. You done missed all the Spawn and all the Avengers and all the ASMs. But you can just go back and watch the rewind later. What's up, Bronze Age? How are you doing? Yeah. Nah. They could have left him out of the book, and I would have not been upset. There's no love. I'm more of a Havoc guy. I'm more of a Havoc guy. I'm more of a not Scott guy. What's up, Slim? How are you doing? So yeah, grab this if you see it, because I don't think they're that expensive, and they're out there. Oh, you're on your lunch break. Well, I hope your day's going well, man. Bring it on. Okay. Everybody's saying, hey, good. All right. Since I've got people in, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to highlight this. This is a link. It's higher up in the chat. Matter of fact, I'll just drop it again. I'll take a little break here to do another promotion. This is a link to my merch store. So for C3 this year, Comics Curing Cancer, I'm helping out with the event. I really don't have anything I can auction off, give to auction off, or raffle off to help. But what I am doing is this. From October 1st, which is already passed, till the end of October, anything bought in my merch store, any proceeds that I get from that will be donated towards C3. So I'm not keeping any of that. That's the best way I can help out with this event. I'm giving all that money to the American Cancer Society. I'm going to donate it towards the cause. So please go check it out. If you see something you like, you see something's cool. If you just don't even see something you like and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to buy the cheapest thing on here, and that, that's what I'm going to do. That's fine. That's great, because it's going towards a great cause, and I would really appreciate it. The trucker hats are nice. I've done said that like 10 times. I'm getting one of those trucker hats. They are phenomenal. With this mullet, I'm going to be unstoppable. I'm going to end up being ruler of the free world. It's going to end up happening. But yeah, go check it out. Go get something. Also, they're doing a promotion. I think it started yesterday, or it might have been the day before. For the next 5 days, everything is 15% off anyway. Everything is on sale. So you're already getting it cheaper. And at the same time, all the proceeds are not going to me. They're going towards the C3 event. So please, I'm begging you, please go pick anything up so I can donate towards that cause. And that's lasting all the way to October 31st. You don't have to do it right now. I know how it is. I like money is tight, but anything to help out, because that's the best way I think I can help out, besides promoting the event and helping out with the event. This is the best way I think I can contribute. So please go check out my site, get some merch, and so I can make a donation. So let's pick back up into it now that I've done my little plug for C3. Gonna get a mug, dude. I need to get. I'm right there with you, because I'm a coffee nut, and I need to get one of my mugs as well. 5-0, baby. 5-0. Look, Robert, everybody has missed you, man. So next up, let's stick with some X-Men stuff. 191, First Nimrod. Classic stuff. JR. Yes, JR. It's not a newsstand, but it's the first appearance of Nimrod. Cool cover. Look at that. Look at that Vision. Colossus on the cover. Everybody else in the background. I love this cover. It's a great book. When I was a kid, this kind of stuff was everywhere. This is what you found. Yard sales and flea markets, and older people would clean out their attics and be like, oh, hey, here kids, here's some comics. You find stuff like that. First Kitty Pryde solo. Definitely had to put this in here. I just love this cover, and I love the story. I think it's great, even though it's a Christmas story. I'm not a huge Christmas guy. I love the cover. It's got the purple in the background. She's got the OG Kitty Pryde outfit on. first solo story. Pretty much her figuring it out, having to deal with something on her own by herself, solo wise, and stumbling and bumbling through it, and all this other stuff. She takes damage, she gets scared, all this other stuff, and then towards the end, she just kind of gets saved. So I mean, not get saved, but like everybody comes home and she has to like deal with this all on her own. So I love this book. I picked this up this year or last year. I think I picked this up last year, and I've done read it like 5 times since then. We've not missed all the Spidey stuff. Okay, well, there's some Web of. I put some Web of in here. I just love this cover. Number 58, the Grizzly, the black and red. Black and red, Biggie. Black and red. Wolfpack, baby. Love this cover. Love this story. It's a great story. A whole lot of fun. That's what literally brought it in. It's mostly cover that made it make it. Had to include this one. These next two are just classics. I'll start with this one first because this is the one you guys know are coming. Number 1, that beautiful painted cover, black suit on top of the house with the gargoyles and all that stuff. Classic cover. Classic Spider-Man cover. Had to get it. I love this book. And had to get number 32. This is also a classic cover. Mike Zeck. Shout out to Mike Zeck. Spider-Man coming up out of the grave, the lightning, the rain, hitting the tombstone with the cross here, and part of the Kraven's Last Hunt storyline. Kraven's Last Hunt is an incredible. If they've got it in a trade paperback and you don't want to go out and buy the issues, I would try to get it in trade. I think they do have it in a trade paperback because it spans all the Spidey titles that were out at the time, which was like 3 or 4 titles. Incredible story. Incredible. It's just so good. What's up, fanboy? How are you doing? Diamond Princess, how are you doing today? Nice to see everyone. Nice. Yeah, these are classics. I don't think this one's relative. I think they're both relatively cheap. I don't think the number 1 goes for, tons and tons. You can still get it relatively cheap, and I know you can find these for not a whole lot. And it's incredible art. It's incredible story. It's great stuff. So yeah, definitely keep your eye out for these. But I love these. I had to put them in my top 50. Next up, grab another stack here. We got some modern stuff coming up in these. But we're not going to go modern. We're going to go with something classic. Robert, you mentioned ROM earlier. Not a huge ROM guy, probably just because I haven't read it yet. I'll probably get a couple issues, or maybe there's no trade. I need to get a couple issues and give it a read. But I do like these robots. And I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Bill Sinkovic's cover, Transformers number 1. This is what started it all. I love the story behind this book. I love the story in this book. I love the artwork in this book. Transformers was a huge part of my childhood as a kid. I love the Transformers. I love the Turtles. I love G.I. Joe. All that great stuff that hit in the 80s. Phenomenal. So yeah, I had to get this. Grabbed it on a whim one day. Probably paid too much for it, but I'm just happy to have it in my collection. Maybe one day it'll be worth it. Don't care. I just really had to have it. This is what started it all. I mean, and the story behind how this, where Jim Shooter was basically like, I'm telling you guys, this thing's going to be, it's going to be something. I don't know if it's going to be the biggest thing ever, but it's going to be something. We need to put this out. And they're like, whatever, put it out. And then, love it. Oh man. I don't know. There are certain books that I couldn't give away. That would be one of them. Or are you talking about the Transformers number 1? Yeah, dude, I couldn't have. What's up, Miss Harry, old fat guy? I can't remember the name, Robert. I can't remember the name, so I'm just gonna have to use your moniker. So keeping with the theme, well, not keeping with the theme. Actually, that's an older book, 80s. Let's go with something modern. This is X-Men number 4 from the current run. This came out last October. This is incredible. Pepe Larraz's artwork. I'm a huge fan of Pepe Larraz. It's the first stuff of his that I've read. His artwork's incredible. His totally reminds me a little bit of Jim Lee. So that immediately piqued my interest. This cover is this is insane. Like, why someone didn't think of this before 2020 is incredible. You got the Headless Horseman holding Cyclops' head, which makes me happy. Because that means Scott is now headless somewhere, and his beam is coming out and it's like glowing and stuff. Just incredible artwork, incredible idea. I absolutely love this. This is an instant classic for me. I'm thinking that one of these days this is going to be one of those covers that's like, a $20 or a $40 book or something like that, just because of the artwork, just because the art's cool on it. And I thoroughly enjoy it. The story's, I think it was still picking up here at the time, or no, I think it was actually good at the time, and then it lulled, and then it came back up. This cover alone is just an incredible idea and an incredible piece of artwork. I love this so much that I'd love to own like the original art for it and like buy the actual page. Like, I'd pay money for that a lot. Like, this is incredible. So shout out to Pepe Larraz. Something new. Tammy, hello, Tammy. How are you doing today? Yep, a wee bearded lad. I could see you being like an 8 or 9-year-old with this ginormous beard that you have. No, not really. I'm not a big fan of Cyclops at all. Not of the covers or anything. The reason I'm a fan of that one is because I know he's dead. What's up, C-List? Did you change your name? Iman's World of Geek? What is going on? Oh, wow. Okay. Name change. Gotcha. What's up? What's up, dude? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Agree. Like, yeah, I think this is going to be one of those books where this book's going to be like, a $20 or $40 book just based on cover down the road. And so I'm glad I just grabbed it up. So look at C-List doing a little rebranding. Well, now I guess I have to call him E-Man. Okay. So because you don't just get comics, I mean, and stuff like that, you have to include everything. Dude. So I named mine what I did. It's very ambiguous. You can just include everything. So next up is, what is this doing in here? Sorry about that. That is not in the top 50. I don't know how this just showed up here. I mean, I think these are everywhere. It's like they made millions of them or something like that. But yeah, that's not. Sorry about that. That kind of snuck its way in. Have a good one, Sean. Hope you enjoy your day. They just sneak their way into things, don't they? Let's go with another modern book. Scotty Young doing writing instead of the artwork. Kyle Stram doing amazing artwork. This is probably my favorite book that came out this year. This is definitely one of my favorite books that came out this year. Easy read, fun little story. Kyle Stram, look at his artwork. His artwork is amazing. It is incredible. I'm hoping this is showing up well on my cam, but this is the issue number 1 is the only one I don't have the Virgin of. I've been buying doubles of every one of the issues with the Kyle Stram covers, the regular with the trade dress and the Virgin, because the artwork is amazing. I'm instantly a huge Kyle Stram fan, dude. Insane, knocking it out the park. Scotty Young, really good writer, especially in this. I know some people enjoyed the Me You Love in the Dark. This is the first thing that I've read that he's written. Strange Academy, people are enjoying the crap out of that. This is probably my number one read that came out this year. It was a 5-issue mini. It's over. You can go back and get them and stuff like that. But this book was really fun. It was easy to read. It's fast to read. It's incredible artwork. Huge fan of this book. Huge. Drink coaster. I actually did put XO on my pull list when I first came back to comics last year and dropped it pretty quickly. Yeah, loved how charming it was. An adorable little story, but at the same time, artwork is so good. Kyle Stram, dude, came out of nowhere and just hit me with a left hook. He's apparently done a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to start keeping an eye out for everything that he's done. Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I did have a Scotty Young cover earlier in the top 50, but it's one that you don't see a whole lot. And it's one that I'm definitely never getting rid of because it's just probably the best thing I think I've ever seen him do. But his writing is really good. Like, I mean, yeah, it did say at the end of the last issue there will be more Twig to come, which I cannot wait for. No, it's just wild. I woke up this way. It's just it has a mind of its own. It does what it wants to. Some days it behaves and some days it doesn't. Let's go to the 90s. Let's 70s and 80s. Yeah. And I agree. Like, the baby stuff is like a gimmick. But I've seen him draw other stuff that's, not the baby stuff. And it's good. He's a good artist. And then he's apparently a really good writer, too. Let's go 90s. Since he said 70s and 80s, let's hit 90s. Was it John Michael Linsner? Dawn. I'm a huge Dawn fan. I found this sketchbook, I believe, at the beginning of this year. Incredible art in here. No stories, just art. It's a comic book. I love Dawn. I think this is incredible. A huge fan of Michael Linsner. Yeah, had to grab this. And when I saw it, I was just like, this is incredible. Definitely not a PG book, but artwork is so good. Huge. I'm so glad I just found this digging. And I got it for like a couple bucks. It's great. I would love to see more of these sketchbook kind of things with other artists. So, what's up, Kenneth? How are you doing? I'm a huge Dawn fan. I grab them when I see them. Another modern. Yeah, this made this in here, and this might shock some people. But Daredevil #1. This is the John Romita Jr. and Senior variant. This looks so classic, and it's so good. It's both of them together. I'm a huge John Romita Senior fan. I like Junior too. He's up there on my list, but his dad's my favorite Spider-Man artist ever. He originally worked on Daredevil. Didn't even want to do Spider-Man. They kind of just, pushed him into it. And he ended up, of course, being a great artist. He did really well at it. So when I seen this was one of the variants for issue #1, I had to grab it. It's classic. It's got the little, cane thing going on, running on a building. It's an action shot. It looks really old school to me. It looks like this would be something that came out back in the day in a Daredevil book, and I had to include this. I'm just a huge JR Senior fan. I don't have a whole lot of his stuff. I have some, so I had to put this in here because this is phenomenal, and it's actually something modern. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. This also came out this year. This is one of my favorite reads this year. This was a 4-issue mini. This book was incredible. It was $4.99, but I got it at a discount because shop discount from Atomic Empire. Nice little plug for that. But it's a really thick book. It's great artwork, and it's a really great story. This is Beware the Eye of Odin, #1. I just grabbed the #1 just because it's in there. It's just as good as all the other covers. There's nothing incredible, but the story is incredible. I love the interior. I love the artwork. I love the story. This is making it into my top 50, and it's new. And that, like I said, this is going to change every year. I know no one who is working on this book. I'm new to all of them. It's really great, really fun, really incredible. There's funny moments, it's serious moments, it's great artwork. It's, ogres and all that good stuff, and I loved it. This is one of my favorite reads this year. I would definitely suggest grabbing these if you see them, if you like stuff like that. And they're extra, they're $4.99, but they're pretty thick. They little thick little book. So you get a lot for what you pay for it. Got to have some Daniel Warren Johnson in here, and there will be more to come. This is Beta Ray Bill number 5. I absolutely love this cover. This is incredible. This is an instant classic for me. I love Daniel Warren Johnson's artwork, his writing. Mike Spicer worked as the colorist on this book. He is a phenomenal colorist, incredible. He also did Swamp Thing. So this was great, and this cover is just classic for me. Great 5-issue miniseries. I really, really enjoyed it. I would definitely say if you see these in the wild and you get them for cheap, pick them up because it's a good read. I love Beta Ray Bill. He's one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. B-list, C-list, whatever you want to count him as kind of character. I love it. I think it's incredible. I think it's great. Let's see. Of course, I had to put this one in here. It's more Spider-Man. I have actually one issue of the solo run, I guess you would call it. This is some McFarlane. This is number 13, the black suit homage to the number 1. I had to put this in here. This will probably always be in my top 50. I love the black suit. Huge fan. I love the webbing. I love the way Todd McFarlane draws webbing. I think it's better than the way anybody else draws webbing. I think it's incredible. It's great. I don't know if it's because that's the way I saw it when I was a kid, or if it just looks really realistic to me or something, but he takes a whole lot of detail just in webbing. So classic cover, had to put this in my top 50. Black suit, got red spiders all over him and stuff like that. Incredible. I just love it. I think it's great. All right, so we're getting down towards the end here. So I'm going to plug it again. If there's anybody new who's jumped in, I want to drop this link in the chat. C3 Comics Curing Cancer fundraiser is happening this month. I played the intro at the beginning, or not the intro, the promo video at the beginning. I'll play it again at the end. October 21st through 23rd, there's going to be lots of stuff going on. Sales, auctions, raffles, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. And everything is going to the American Cancer Society. Last year, they raised over $8,000 towards the cause to give to the American Cancer Society. So the best way, I don't have a book that would be worth a whole lot that I could just give that would bring in money. So the way I'm doing it is this. For the month of October, anything you buy in my merch store, all the proceeds are going towards that cause. I'm giving them all to the C3 event. I'm not pocketing any of it. So go check out my merch store, get you something small. I've got stickers. I've got magnets for your refrigerator. I've got everything up to trucker hats. The trucker hats are so nice. I'm going to say that every time. I'm in love with the trucker hats. Hoodies, women's stuff, men's stuff, coffee mugs, all that good stuff. There's tons of stuff on there. There's hundreds of kinds of merch. You will find something. Backpacks, tote bags, all kinds of stuff. Anything you get, I'm going to give to the C3 event. And for the next 5 days, I think as of a couple days ago or yesterday, everything's 15% off anyway. So they're having a sale. So everything's 15% off, and then all the proceeds are going towards C3. So you're not paying as much for it, and all the proceeds are going towards a good cause. So go check out my merch shop, get you some stuff, get you something, anything from October the 1st, which is already passed, to the 31st. Everything is going towards the C3 event. So there you go. Really? Wow, TM. That makes you look really well. I'm trying to do something good for the American Cancer Society, and you're like, psh, good job, man. Foot, mouth. Great. Nice. You said it, not me. Look, hippie already on it. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much. This is the best way I think I can contribute to the C3 event. It's pretty much the only way I can contribute right now. So there it be. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get back to the list. This is the last stack, and one of them is a slab. Oh, I actually have a slab this time. Last year there were no slabs. She-Hulk issue number 4. Just love this cover. Love this cover. And you guys know, love me some She-Hulk. So yeah, this is a great cover. I've been enjoying this series. It's been out this year. It's also a modern book, made it in my top 50. I think this is going to be a classic. This is going to be right up there with the old school stuff. I need to get some of the old school stuff, but as far as I've got now is just the modern stuff. I don't have anything old school. So this is going to have to hold its place until I get something else. This book came out last year, and I'm really glad I picked this up. If you like Archer, you'll love Ranger Stranger. If you see him through the mouth, I can guarantee you can take a wild guess at what the back cover of the book is. That's the kind of humor that's in this book. If you like Archer, you'll love this book. It looks like Archer. The jokes are like Archer. I bet he did. Appreciate it. Have a good one, Bronze. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, I love this story. I think it's great. There's been a second issue that's come out since then. It was another little one shot. It came out at the beginning of the summer. I think this book is great. If you love Archer, you'll love this book. Next is a book that recently just made my list. It recently made my list because I just recently read issue 1 through 6. I love the story and I love the art. The art's phenomenal, incredible. I've never got to read this before, like actually at the time. I remember it from when I was younger, but I don't think I remember reading it from when I was younger. But I love this cover. This cover is insane. And at the same time, the artwork in it's incredible. And I like the story. I think the story is actually really good and intriguing. I can't wait to find the rest of these. This is issue number 3 of Pitt. Del Keown artwork, doing all the artwork on the inside. I love the purple. I love the pink. Pink? Yeah, that's pink. I love the pink. I love the green. I love the artwork. It's incredible. I like the story. I think the story's pretty dope as far as I've read. I've only read issue 1 through 6, but I think it's pretty good. It's so 90s cheesy. It's so good. Everybody has pouches and it's just 90s cheese, but the artwork's really incredible, really good. And I actually like the story. I can't wait to find issue number 7 and 8 and 9. And it didn't go on for a whole long time. I think they even did really low print runs. So these are kind of hard to come across. I know after a certain number of issues. So I got to keep my eyes out for these because I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm glad I read this. This is really great. Another thing that, hold on one second. Sorry, cat break. They were doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, and I heard it. So I had to go chew them. This is the first thing I read by Neil Gaiman. I started getting into the Dark Horse series, Norse mythology. This is, as you know, I just said I have cats. I'm a cat. I like animals, most animals, except birds. I don't trust birds. Birds, they're up to something. Can't trust them. I would rather trust a shark versus trusting a bird. This is issue number 4 of volume 2 of Norse mythology. Volume 2? Yeah, volume 2 of Norse mythology. I think this cover is incredibly cute. David Mack cover, David Mack artwork. Cat trying to crush Thor, play with him like he's a mouse. Yeah, I think this is incredible. This is such a great cover. I had to put this in here. Yeah, and it's a modern book too. So yes, Neil Gaiman is an incredible writer. Everything I've read of his, I just read the facsimile of Sandman #1. It's incredible. I need to start working on that. I've got volume 2 and volume 3 of Norse mythology. I need to get volume 1 because I loved these books. These stories are so good, and the artwork is so incredible. P. Craig Russell did a great job. It's got variant covers by David Mack, I think, for every issue. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. Had to get it. Oh yeah, how'd you like it, Tim? Did you love it? I thought it was incredible. That's just me. I'm kind of biased. Let's go back to the 90s. Let's go back to my childhood. Let's go back to some Simpsons. This is Bartman #1 with the foil. I don't know if that's a variant, and it's got a pull-out poster inside of it. And yeah, it's Bartman. It's incredible. This so reminds me of my childhood. It's that 90s goodness stuff. Yeah, had to include this in my top 50. I just got this recently and had to put it in here. What's up, Dope? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. So yeah, I had to put this in my top 50. It's so much nostalgia for me. Love the Simpsons. Simpsons were like, one of the things I was into as a kid that I was big into, especially the fact that my parents hated the Simpsons. They hated Bart Simpson. And I would always say, eat my shorts, and they hated it. It drove them insane. I got my butt whooped so many times for telling my parents to eat their shorts. It was great. Oh, well, I mean, see, that's what I loved about it, is the fact that was the original Thor and Loki. Like, even like when the comics first started, it was that Thor and Loki and that dynamic. It's changed here recently in the modern and stuff like that, and I still think it's pretty good. I mean, I like the Thor character. I like Chris Hemsworth, and I like was it Todd Middleton or whatever, Middleston, whatever it is. They're doing a good job, but like, it's still good. But this is that was like the classic stuff. That was like the old school Norse mythology stuff, and you're never going to beat that because they had a certain dynamic then that they don't have now, and I don't know why. But yeah, had to put this in the top 50. That Bartman #1. Speaking of nostalgia from when I was a kid, close. How about He-Man? Not Scooby-Doo. I don't have Scooby-Doo #1. Kind of wish I did. Probably need to get some Scooby-Doo books in my collection because Scooby-Doo was part of my childhood. But He-Man, I had the bed sheets. I had the toys. I had the VHSs. I watched it on TV. I had the bed sheets. I had the tidy whities. I had the pajamas. Everything I had. But you can ask my mom. I was a He-Man nut. I loved He-Man. I thought it was the greatest shit ever. And then it quickly got replaced by the next big thing. But I love some He-Man, and I actually picked this up in a mystery box. This made the mystery box for me. It really, really did. As soon as I saw this, I was like, psh, yep, this is a winner chicken dinner. So yeah, I'm really glad that I have this in my collection now. Huge He-Man fan. Yeah, I need to watch the series that was out on Netflix if it was still out there, because I know everybody hated it at first. They needed a part 2, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna hate it because most other people did, and they're big He-Man fans from back when they were younger. I don't think necessarily that them killing, what happened in it would ruin it, but we'll just see. I'll have to give it a look and give it a see, give it a chance. But when you write stuff from someone's childhood, especially something that you didn't give a crap about when it was out newer, then you're probably gonna have a hard time writing it to where everybody who loved it's gonna love it. So, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see. We'll see. But I had to put this in my top 50. Huge He-Man fan. Thought it was the shit when I was a kid. Next up, this is another modern book. This just came out. Just came out. This is probably one of my favorite covers of this, the last run and of this run. This is Gun Hunting #1. And yeah, had to get it. Had to get it. You guys knew it was going to be in here. Had to. It's just, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You guys knew this was going to make it. I hope you knew this was going to make it because, whoo. I had all that stuff too. I had the turtle stuff too. Yeah, I hated it for my parents, man. But yeah, I had all that stuff too. It was He-Man, it was TMNT, it was Transformers, it was G.I. Joe, you know. No, I did not. I wished I did. Wished I did. That was late 90s though. That was like 98. I'm talking about 90s, early 90s, late 80s. Okay. So yeah, had to get this cover. I think this is yeah, Robert. Woo. Nice everything, to be honest. I mean, yeah. Speaking of nostalgia, how about some G.I. Joe action? I just mentioned G.I. Joe. This is issue number 48, first appearance of Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, because when the cartoon came on, it was, you know, Sergeant Slaughter giving the intro and Go Joe, you know, a big wrestling fan. Had to put this in my top 50. The only thing that probably knocked this out is maybe that first Storm Shadow would knock it out or the #1. Other than that, I mean, this is holding down the fort right now for the G.I. Joe stuff. I'm really glad I picked this up. I think I snagged this last year off of eBay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So, some more 90s. When I was a young man, I was a huge fan, still am, of Caitlin Fairchild. Big Gen 13 fan. You know, as a young man who was like 10, 11, 12, gravitated towards it for a certain reason. Seemed to have a thing for redheads. And at the same time, she rocked. So this is Deathmate Black. This is the first appearance of Gen 13 in comics. I had to grab this. I grabbed this years ago. As soon as I seen it, I was like, what are these? And I literally held this up at the shop and they were like, well, hey, that was the first appearance of Gen 13. So I was like, shoink, you know, had to grab it. And yeah, I'm glad I did because this is definitely my top 50. Love Gen 13. So much nostalgia for me. Happy to have that in the collection. We'll go modern again. Oh, does she? Nice. I'll give it a look. I'll be honest, I quit watching it for a while. I probably missed the past couple of episodes. I just gave up on it. Yep. So this is another modern book. This came out last year. The new series is coming out, Junkyard Joe. I can't wait to get issue #1 of it. It's been delayed in my pull. I don't know why it got delayed. I'm getting everything else, but Junkyard Joe got delayed. I think it was because I got one of the variant covers. I got the Junkyard Dogs issue, but this is Geiger #1. I think this is a 4th printing. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank. I love this story last year. I love this book. This was probably one of my top reads for last year. This is incredible, and I love this cover. I mean, I've seen the other ones. I'm kind of glad I got the 4th print because this is phenomenal. This is dope. You got the skull and the mushroom cloud. You got, you know, Geiger down there. So yeah, I'm enjoying the Geigerverse thing that's going on. So I'm glad I picked up all these issues and jumped on this. I can't wait to read Junkyard Joe. Just came out last week. Dope. I know you said that you were waiting for the next part to come out as Junkyard Joe. So they're spotlighting different characters of the verse every year with mini series and stuff like that. So you need to go check that out at your local. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I love the old school DC racing, checkered flag stripe thing going on. I love this story last year. I thought this was so great. So great. K-pop with the I do have the Savage Land variant, but it didn't make it. Didn't make it this year. I've got different stuff in here. Was he? That's Well, if you do TM, it will be included on Biggie's channel. Biggie's doing a playlist, and he's putting all the top 50s from this year that are coming out. Tag him in it, and he'll put you in his playlist because he challenged all of us to show our top 50. Speaking of homages, anybody like Dio? Anybody like Holy Diver? Because this is an Evil Ernie homage cover to Dio's Holy Diver album. And I saw this cheap at Second and Charles for like $2 and was like, this is going home with me. This is not staying here. Had to grab this. Had to. Huge Dio fan. Love it. Love Evil Ernie. Love the artwork on the cover. So friggin' phenomenal. It's incredible. Getting towards the end here. Do a Powerbomb, #1. I have become a huge Daniel Warren Johnson fan. I'm a huge professional wrestling fan. I love his artwork. I just read the last issue when I woke up today, the latest issue that came out. I am loving this series. I absolutely love everything this man's putting out. It's really on fire. I need to catch up on Jurassic League. I don't know if I'm going to end up loving that so much, but this has been phenomenal. This tickles my wrestling funny bone. This artwork, I believe, Mike Spicer is also working on this. He's an amazing colorist. I've been loving the crap out of this series. This is probably one of my top reads for this year. I mean, that's like literally, it's like, this and like all these indie minis are my favorite stuff. Like, I'm just really glad that Spider-Man's really good right now too. So he's still up there on the list, but this stuff's killing it. Actually, you know what? Now that K-pop said something, the Lazarol book, I do have to include that. I have to, K-pop. This is going to replace what was going to be my next entry because I have to. You're right. It's too awesome now that I think about it. Savage Land, Gen 13, #5. J. Scott Campbell, incredible. Have to. It beats out that book now that I think about it. I have to be honest with myself. So, yeah, had to put this in my top 50. This will probably be always in my top 50. Thank you, K-pop. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is incredible. If you like professional wrestling, you will love it. You will love it. So, yeah, had to get this. This has to go in the top 50. Thank you, K-pop, for reminding me that I even have that book. And last, definitely not least, another nostalgic thing from my childhood. It's a slab book. Got this year as well. Darkwing Duck #1. It's one of my only 2 slabs. So I had to put this in here. I'm a huge Darkwing Duck fan. Love Darkwing. This is so much bowl of cereal, Saturday morning, Disney, good stuff. The theme song, the stories, so good. I love it. I had to get this. Shout out to Tony Sanders hooking me up on these. It's got a Newton ring on it. Of course it does, because CGC, oh, look at that Newton ring. That is so bad. But at the same time, had to get this. There's definitely stuff that can be pressed out of this. It could be graded higher. But I really don't care. I just wanted this. Seen it, had to have it. Could not have it. Yeah. White pages, 7.5. Good enough for me. Probably actually higher. Could be pressed out and be higher. But don't care. Darkwing Duck. Had to do it. Has to be in my collection. In my top 50. In my books. This is so much nostalgia for me. It's not even funny. So, yeah. That be it. That is my top 50. that is my top 50, and this video took a while. So, yeah, I knew it was going to take a minute, but now I have to get ready for work. So I appreciate everybody coming by. I'm going to once again plug it one more time. My merch is on sale, and all the proceeds are going towards the C3 event. What is the C3 event? It's Comics Curing Cancer. It will be going on for this month. We're trying to raise money for the American Cancer Society. Last year, it made over $8,000. This year, let's try and top it. Let's get it to 10. Let's try to get it to 10. There's going to be raffles and auctions and all this good stuff going on this month, as you will see in the promo I'm about to play before the video ends. So, yeah. Anything that is bought in my merch store, I think there's a 15% sale, right, Tim? Because Tim has a merch store as well, and he has it through the same place. So I think there's a 15% sale going on right now. So you get everything 15% off. It's on sale. It's, supporting my channel, which thank you very, very, very much. But at the same time, all the proceeds this month are going towards C3. I'm giving it all away till the event either runs out. I'm going to say to the 31st, but I don't know how that's going to work because I don't know when we're going to actually do. I think we're going to run it to the end. So please help out with that cause. If you want to know more about it, check out the channels that are about to be linked in the video I'm about to play. This is my top 50 for 2022. Next year, can't wait to see what I've got in my top 50 because it changes every year. That's the way collecting is. You find new stuff that you really, really, really love. New stuff comes out. You get old stuff you've been wanting to get. Hope everybody has a great day. Hope everybody enjoys themselves. I will see you all later. Once again, go support the C3 event and be on the lookout. October 21st to 23rd, there's going to be crazy stuff going on everybody's channel, including mine. There will be a special episode of Hang Out with Your Kang Out, focused towards that weekend. So yeah, check the stuff out. I will see everyone later. I'm going to leave you guys with the promo video, and I hope you have a good one.